Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Real Pod. I hope that this episode is finding you well. And if it's not, it'll help you get there because today's episode is funny, it's energizing, it's motivating, inspiring. It's almost like a bestie slap across the face that things are going to be okay. We can stop freaking out, and you actually have more answers and confidence than you think you do. And that's definitely what today's guest is bringing to the table, because on the show is Eli Rallo. Eli is known for her relatable, comforting, and best friend TikToks that she creates on a daily basis. She's amassed a mega following on social media, and she is the author of Does Anyone Else Feel This Way? Her second book, out October 14th, that is a reflection on the anxiety of transitioning into adulthood, navigating the quarter life crisis, and realizing you are actually not alone. We're going to get into so much of that today. Specifically, Eli and I are going to talk about why you don't have to worry if you're not on the specific timeline you had previously set out for your life, why cringe is a non-factor, and how to reframe it so you don't worry about what people are thinking about you. We're going to talk about how to cope when losing a best friend. Eli and I have both been there and give advice on navigating that sort of breakup. And if you're just in a rut or feeling unmotivated or not like your best self, Eli is going to share the 5 things you can literally do tonight to automatically feel better. And so much more. Eli is probably someone who talks faster than me and more than me, which she should get an award for that, because if you listen to Real Pod, you know I talk fast and I talk a lot. So without further ado, let's dive into this episode with TikTok star, author, and internet best friend, Eli Rallo. Eli, welcome to Real Pod.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm very excited right now.
I'm so happy to have you. I actually wanted to start by clearing the air a little bit because we met at the Wicked premiere.
For 5 seconds and it was so quick. It's because corporate Natalie is the biggest yapper of all time.
Okay.
And she's such a queen that we didn't get to have our moment because I was having one with her.
And I felt like I was trying to read the room, they go way back. Also, both of our plus ones were our moms. And yes, it was amazing. But when I tell you, we were all waiting to go on the carpet at that point. The stress levels, the car ride we just endured.
It's hard.
There was so much going on.
It's really hard to bring a parent because when you bring someone our age, they get what's going on, and then you bring a parent, and the parent's I don't know what this is, and it's fair enough. No, why would you?
You're babysitting them. And you're reminding them you cannot just take a selfie with everyone. You can't point at someone and say, "Who is that?" Put the finger down.
Yeah, that's not what we can be doing. Yes. We can't be doing that.
And so I felt so bad because I was just overthinking. I'm I hope she didn't think I was standoffish.
Wait, no, I didn't even know what was happening that whole night. Okay. If I'm being honest.
Okay,
that was the craziest night ever.
Okay, good. Yeah, it's hard sometimes at those things. It's hard enough to just read the room at a friend's get together with 6 people, let alone an event like that where there's so many people that you want to talk to and so much going on.
Yes, and you just want to do your best and you just want to put your best foot forward, and then you overthink. I have a really bad problem with thinking that I wasn't kind enough. I think it's my OCD. OCD attacks the things you care about the most. So I care that I come off as the kind person that I believe myself to be. So we left this photo shoot today, and I said to her, "Did I say thank you enough?" And she was like, "What the fuck kind of question is that?" And I was like, "I just want to make sure that I adequately thanked everyone, and everyone knows that I was grateful for their help and time and energy." It gives me panic.
Right. And I knew that you would be a girly who got it because you're the queen of being really candid about overthinking, having anxiety,
spiraling.
I saw you had a panic attack in Alfred's.
Wait,
was that yesterday?
Yes, and I was DMing the barista. I felt so bad that I was DMing the barista who called the paramedics, and I was like, "Can I Venmo you for dinner?" And she was like, "Literally no, girl."
How did you get in contact with him?
I made a video and I was like, "If you were the barista,
please reach out.
Please reach out." I feel so bad because after I recovered from it, we left and went to go do a podcast. And after the podcast, when I felt my brain was back to normal, I was like, "Oh, I don't know if I said thank you to them." And they were so helpful and nice.
I'm trying to work on that though. Just trusting that I did my best, and I give people grace and people will give me grace. Oh, I was at something 2 nights ago and I spent all day with this brand. It was awesome. Had the best time. They were incredible. And then by 10:30, I was tired and I was like, I think it's reasonable that I want to leave.
Yeah.
Even though usually it's they leave first. And I was like, you know what? I think I've done real good. I'm tired and I don't think I need to force myself to stay out really late and be miserable tomorrow.
Anything that I converse about after that point, no one's loving.
Yeah.
No one's thrilled.
The overthinking has gotten to a place, but I think it's important to find ways to cope with that.
Yeah.
Because otherwise it can just totally consume us. People like aren't thinking about it that much.
People aren't thinking about it that much. There's like a likeness gap where people like you a lot more than you think they do, and a lot less people hate you than you think you do. Like,
totally.
No one is thinking about anything you said. Unless you said like truly the craziest fucking thing. No one is thinking about what you said. It's very freeing, but also kind of like, damn, I thought everyone was thinking about what I said.
Yeah. I love that visualization of a likeness gap.
There actually is one. For somebody who knows nothing about math and science, I'm big into research. Like, I'm a research head. Like, I love to be like, and this study and this thing, and they did this. And I'm always reading. And I've read a lot about the likeness gap, the idea that people like scientifically proven you are spoken about fondly far more than you conceive of yourself to be, and a lot less people dislike you or are talking about you negatively.
I love this, and it's making me think about how I feel like a lot of your videos are these really innovative, like on the nose assessments of things, whether it's like friendships, relationships, human interactions. Where do you come up with this stuff? It's so creative. One of my favorite videos that you posted, I think it was actually maybe the first video that I saw of yours. I think you were maybe holding wine or something, and you were like, this is not real. And you were like tapping your phone, and you were like, this doesn't exist.
Yeah.
And you were basically saying social media, like this Instagram, TikTok, it's not real. You can't feel it. You can't touch it. And I was like, that is so true. And it's such an important message.
Yeah. It's like, get off the app. I think sometimes I forget that like, this is real. Our world right now is real. Like, I'm sitting here in this chair and there are people in this room and we're having a conversation, but like, this is not real. And we can make it as authentic as possible, but we're still curating content for a For You page, like for an algorithm. There are still things that happen in your day and in my day and in our lives that we don't share. I think both of us, like a cornerstone of our content is authenticity. But no matter how truly authentic either of us are, we're still curating content for the internet. We're still leaving things out. We're still picking things out that we want to focus on or highlight. We're still in many ways attempting to be our best selves, because why wouldn't you want to be? And I think people need that reminder. There's no way to be 100% genuine with it. It's always curated.
Well, I think you can be 100% genuine in the sense of, I'm having a bad day, I won't post a happy video or happy content. However, to your point, you cannot know someone fully.
Yeah.
You can't.
Sometimes you won't post about a bad day, but that doesn't mean that you don't have them.
Totally.
That's also the thing.
Yeah. And I just think if you add up the amount of minutes of yourself or pictures we post in a week, and then you actually look at the amount of time in a day, it's probably like, I don't do math, but 10%. You've shown 10% of your week, even though we post all the time and we have so many videos. If you post at 6 TikToks, they're all a minute each. That's 6 minutes.
That's 6 minutes.
There's an 8-hour workday happening. You just can't.
Even like the screen time tells us like, oh, you spent 2 hours on TikTok. 2 out of 24. Like, what else happened? You know what I mean?
Yeah. So you wrote a book.
I did.
Your second book, right?
I did.
And it's called Does Anyone Else Feel This Way?
It looks really good in your studio.
It does look really good. I
colors.
love the funfetti cake is the best.
Funfetti cake is the best, and God bless everybody who made the decision to put a funfetti cake on the cover, because now we get to just have funfetti cakes everywhere, and we're eating funfetti cake. And
so true.
I really like dessert. So.
And I think this book is so important because it's almost like a very comfortable, relatable way to help people who are navigating their 20s, even their 30s, whatever stage of life they are, and they feel lost, know that they're not alone. And you've said yourself that you thought after college you would have a life full of certainty. You'd feel like an adult, whatever that means. You'd have a cool job, amazing apartment, fabulous friends, but that didn't happen. And you were met with crippling social anxiety, no idea what direction your career was taking you, an inability to stop comparing yourself to people online, and just a looming sense that you might never feel certain about relationships, friendships, career. And I feel like there are 100 people nodding right now like, wait, how did you just describe me?
Yes. I think it's because no one talks about these things. I think that there's this pressure, specifically like in the internet age, to make it appear like you have it all figured out, whatever that means. And when you see everybody else cosplaying adulthood, you think to yourself, well, I'm the one that's the problem, not realizing they're all faking it. There is no such thing as figuring it all out. There's no such thing as feeling like an adult. There's no emotion that accompanies adulthood. And so it's really fucking isolating to sit around and scroll on Instagram and be like, I'm the only one that feels like this. And then the book was born from there.
And you talk about in the book being a faux adult. What does that mean?
I think I was looking for a feeling or an emotion to accompany adulthood. Like, I thought that I would feel like an adult the same way I felt like a child and felt like a teenager. It felt like a college kid. And I eventually just realized like nobody feels that way, even the adults. And the saying, it doesn't get easier, you just get stronger, I think is true of adulting. It's like you never feel like an adult. There's no one feeling that accompanies adulthood. You just get more comfortable in it. You sit with it for longer and you understand how to manage sort of like the changing tides a little bit better. So I think feeling like a faux adult is just this idea that like you feel like you're doing dress up in your mom's closet at the age of 3 years old, but like in a metaphorical way and you're 25.
You know what thought I'm having as you describe this?
Yes.
And I want your take is I wonder if it's such a shock to us how like unsteady adulthood is, because when we're kids and teenagers, we don't think adults are people. Like we don't think our parents are people. We're like, they were born mom and dad. Like they were never younger than 40.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I look at my parents' friends and my parents differently. And I'm like, oh my God, mom, you were once my age with these struggles. But that never
And
clocked to
also
me.
like you were once my age with these struggles and you had a baby.
Yeah.
Like my mom had me when she was 26. So I'm like, girl, how did you have a baby when you were going through all of this?
Mm-hmm.
But I always think about the fact that when I was a kid, my mom would always play the Chicks, like their albums, and she would specifically play Landslide over and over and over again. And like the lyrics of that, time makes you older, children get older, I'm getting older too. Now that resonates with me so much. And I'm like, oh my God, she was literally 26 and listening to that song because she was like having the same emotions that I'm currently having at this moment in my life. And like how tragic, but also beautiful is that?
I feel like I would give anything to go meet my mom for a day when she was 22 or something.
I feel like mine would not like me. Like I don't think we would get along.
Really?
No, we're so different. Like I love my mom. Like I literally couldn't even like breathe without my mom. I can't. She's like, did you tell your mom you're gonna take another flight? Because I tell my mom everything. I couldn't even go anywhere. Like I was just at a TV appearance and I was like, I need her to like sign off on my earrings. Like I can't do anything without her. But like we're very different people. Like my mom is like very quiet and very like low key and very like chic and very like elevated. But she keeps it real. So I think we could relate on that. I don't know if she would follow me on Instagram.
That is so funny.
My mom, she loves like fashion influencers, has so many like fashion girlies that she follows. She's like a Princess Diana mom.
I love how you just described that. I can't breathe without my mom. I feel the same.
I really can't.
I'm so lucky. We're so lucky.
Yeah, we're so lucky. And since I'm so close to my mom, I feel like when my fiance's friends like get into relationships, like, you know, they'll come to him because we've been in a relationship for so long and they're like, is Eli really, really close to her mom? Like, is that a thing? And I'm like, it's a thing for so many people who are so lucky to have that.
Yeah.
Like, so many people are so close to their moms. So many women.
I definitely. And I feel grateful that my husband is like on board.
Yeah.
He loves LG. The other night he walked downstairs and he was like, I hear we have a visitor. It's me and my mom cuddling on the couch. Something that we were talking about was obviously this uncertainty about the future. How did you navigate the times where you felt that way? Because it almost seems like now you feel empowered and on top of the fact that, yeah, I don't have the answers and that's the answer.
Yeah, I think that that's how I feel now, where it's like I don't feel like figured out at all. I don't feel like I have it all together. I don't feel like I know what's going on. I feel like I'm okay with that though. That's where I'm now. Like I think people mistake me for like, oh, she has it all figured out. She's reached success. She knows what's good. She has a 5-year plan. Like she's put together. That's not how I feel. I just feel like I've made peace with that crippling unknown. And I think it took time. Like I regret a lot of how I lived like 22 through 25, I think.
Why?
Because I don't want to say I regret it, but I wanted so badly to like be adult. Like I wanted to be like grown. I wanted to like look a certain way. I wanted to act a certain way. I wanted to have certain things. And I just like didn't live in the moment because of that. I was always just like on to the next, on to the next, on to the next. And now I'm just in the moment. Like I'm just here.
Also, I feel like that, speaking of you always having these really innovative takes, I feel like that is the key. Instead of feeling so nervous and not confident because you don't know the answers, it's owning the fact that I don't know the answers.
Yeah, it's like I don't know the answers, and I'm actually so good right now.
And I don't need to know.
I don't need to know because I don't think we're ever gonna know. And it's focusing on what's in your control versus what's out of your control.
And honestly, it's a very relatable way to communicate the art of presence.
I think so, yeah.
Just being present.
Yeah.
Because if you're in the present moment, you're not worrying about the future and you're not overthinking the past. You're just here.
Just here now.
But I think that that is something that's hard for, especially our generation, that's
very hard.
So busy and so doing things and so connected and so focused on the future. Actually, I feel like anytime we're on our phones, we're not present.
I love the phone, but I think we need to be careful with it.
I love too when you post about how when people are having bad mental health days or they're just stuck in ruts, you're like, here are the 10 things you need to do, girly, to feel better.
Yeah, I think sometimes when you're like in a rut, it's like, I'm just going to rot right here. Rotting, it serves its purpose for a few hours, but we can't just rot through life. Like, eventually we have to get up.
Okay, right now, pep talk. What are the things to the listener who's like, I've been rotting, I've been having no motivation. What are your top 5, girly? This is what you need to do.
So you have to pick 3 things up in your room, just 3. Like, whether it's like the water bottles on the side, the cups. And usually if you pick 3 things up, first of all, you're just going to feel so much better already, but like it'll motivate you to want to do more.
Love it.
You need to take a good shower. Like, light a candle, play a nice playlist, like actually shower, and you need to put on real clothes, and you don't need to do makeup. Like, whatever's gonna make you feel good, just some moisturizer. And then you need to go get a notebook, like a journal and a pen and like a good little beverage, and you need to sit down and you need to write out the ideal version of your life in as much explicit detail as possible.
I did not know where that was tip 3 was going. Holy shit,
yeah,
that got intense.
On the next page, you have to make a list of everything you'd have to change to get it. And then you need to every day ask yourself, what would the best version of me do? And then you need to do that as often as you can within reason. And that's what I would do.
Damn. Have you done that before with yourself?
Oh, yeah. I love writing down the ideal version of my life. I'm like, okay, like, where am I not content right now? Where do I feel like I could improve? Or like, what do I want? I think we sometimes forget what we want. Like, what do you actually want? People don't ask themselves that.
So true. You get caught up in seeing what people have and thinking, I need that.
I need that.
But it's not what you need to feel
It's
fulfilled.
not what you need. Like, what do you want?
How do you, though, balance that, which can be motivational and aspirational, with also feeling like it's never enough? Like, when do you actually look at your list and say, oh, no, I have what I need? Because I definitely am ambitious and I have things I want to achieve. But I do challenge myself to remember that actually right now, today, I do have everything that I need to feel happy and like love and relationships.
I think that you also need to be very grounded in your gratitude. Like, I try to take little moments like constantly throughout my day just to like be grateful. It's another scientifically proven study that if you actually write down every day things you're grateful for, you'll be happier. Like, there's a correlation between actually acknowledging the things you're grateful for and joy. You need to be so grounded in that. Like, gratitude has to be your top priority. Even if you're like, I hate everything and everything sucks and I want to change everything, I know you can find 3 things. Even if it's the summer I turned pretty, I don't give a fuck what it is. Even if it's the book that you're reading, even if it's just like the existence of Cheetos, I don't really care. Pick 3 things. There is a correlation between that and joy. And I think you do a really good job of that. Like, even when you are like eating your lunches and you're honoring your body, like, you're grateful. All of that is grounded in gratitude of like, I'm grateful to be healed. I'm grateful to be on the other side of things that I struggled with. I'm grateful to feed myself. Like, you do such a good job of that. I think you're a really good example of someone that's like grounded in gratitude.
Oh, I appreciate that. And I've never actually thought about it that way. You always think gratitude has to be something physical around you, but it can actually be your own progress. I love that. I'm gonna steal that. Eli, I have some kind of fun, important, cringy 20s type questions.
Wait, nothing is cringe
for us to go over. Oh, wait, nothing's cringe. Tell me why.
Cringe is a victimless crime. There are no victims in cringe. Like, this song Shake It Off by Taylor Swift is cringe, but it's a victimless cringe. Like, she is taking no victims with that. So like, yes, like, we can make fun of people for being cringe, but like, there are crimes that take victims. Not cringe though.
I'm stopped dead in my tracks, processing and computing. I think that's helpful for people to hear, is because if you are cringy, it doesn't hurt anyone.
People that are bothered by that are such losers. Like, you're a loser. It's seriously like, if you are spending your time like, oh, she's so cringe, like, girl, I don't even know your name.
I never think that about other people, but I sometimes feel like myself.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
cringe.
No, I'm so cringe.
So you think it's possible for
cringe.
us to be cringe to ourselves, but other people can't be cringe? Because I feel like both can't be true.
Wait, no, like, I don't think someone is cringe and then comment on it. I'll think somebody is cringe, but I'll be like, victimless crime, slay, next, you know? I'm not going to be like, oh, she's so cringe, or like go talk about it behind her back.
Totally.
You know
not.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, no.
So it's possible for us all to be cringe. I myself am cringe, but victimless crime, like, who really cares? Okay. And anybody who sits with that and like uses it as an insult is a loser.
I do think it is. I love it.
Loser is the best. We need to bring back loser. No one wants to say loser
No,
anymore.
I know. Why am I so afraid of the word loser?
Oh my God.
It feels
Can
so
you imagine
mean.
someone calling you a loser? I would die.
I know, but
I would die.
But you're calling people losers.
Yes, the people who are mean are losers. That's loser behavior.
Okay, so these questions, I guess, then are not cringe because no one can be victimized by them.
Yeah.
When is the last time you were like messy crying, like snot, sob, mascara running down your face, and why?
Oh.
She's speechless, folks.
I don't even know, which is so crazy. Messy sobbing. Probably like from a movie. I saw The Outsiders on Broadway, and like for some reason I got like really upset. I don't know why. Like I've seen it before.
What's really? You
At
don't know why?
The end of it is sad. Like someone dies, but like I was like really taken with it in like a very traumatized way for some reason.
Okay.
And like it was like I was like getting to a point where I might have to leave.
Oh gosh, mine was in a SoulCycle class recently.
So true.
Who is not secretly bawling in a
I'm always
SoulCycle
crying.
class?
I like to go there on my birthday on purpose so that I cry.
It is so emotional in there, and especially when it's dark and when they play the intense song and they say turn the dial to the right.
Yeah,
it's a cry fest.
I'm crying. Everyone's crying.
But
though.
this
beautiful.
most recent time I cried in SoulCycle, which was literally last week, I thought to myself, I need to figure this out, because if I'm now suddenly faced with myself in silence in a dark room and I'm sobbing, like there is something we haven't healed.
Or it's just SoulCycle. First of all, SoulCycle, cringe, victimless crime. Second of all, crying at SoulCycle, canon. Like I feel like everyone does that.
Yeah.
I think you're normal. Like I do that all the time. I love SoulCycle. I'm obsessed.
Yeah. Also, I'm gotta clock myself. It's not always like I have to fix myself and I suddenly have just an emotionally cathartic moment.
The other thing is that the LA SoulCycle, like they're pumping shit in the air there. It's not normal here. Like they're trying to make people have trauma. Like
I literally
breakthroughs.
bought a candle on my way out.
No, like
I was like, I need to take this with me.
It's like not like it is in New York. In New York, they're like, "Good morning, fuck you, get on your bike." Here, it's like we are going to feel things. Turn to your neighbor and kiss them on the mouth with tongue. And it's like, oh my god, this is so intense. Like they're intense here. Fitness classes here are a different breed. I would not beat yourself up for that, girl. I think it's normal.
That is hilarious. How do you manage losing a best friend? I know this is something you talk about in the book.
You know, it's something I talk about in this book and something I'm writing like a whole ass another book about. I'm writing a fiction novel after I'm done with this about that topic. I don't have like the actual answers. I just think talking about it with other people is something that's made me feel so much better, because when I was pitching my third book, which is a fictional story about two female best friends in the aftermath of their friendship breakup,
It's Wicked Part 3.
It's Wicked Part 3. Their names are alphabet. No, just kidding. Yeah. Every single person who I told that to, every single editor, every single agent, everyone, oh my god, when I was in college, like they all had a story they wanted to tell me, and it just caused me to realize so much more how everybody has experienced this. It is the number one most universally heartbreaking thing that everyone experiences and nobody talks about. And it's scary, like it's embarrassing almost. Like we don't want to admit that we've lost a friend or that something happened. It's like not societally acceptable, even though it's so normal. And I think that just talking about it with other people has made it something that I've been able to manage, because I have lost best friends just like everybody else.
Right. It's such a weird feeling. You're like, we were so close, or we shared a room, or we once talked about everything, and now I don't know.
We were going to be in each other's weddings.
What's up?
And now we're not.
It's weird.
It's weird.
But it's also right. Like it's also like no one's making the phone call to reach out, because you both kind of know
done.
It ran its course.
And the thing is, like, the version of you that's upset is not 30-year-old you or 27-year-old you. It's 16-year-old you, and you have to honor that. Like 16-year-old me is gutted by the reality that we're no longer best friends, but I'm 27 and I've made peace with it. But that doesn't mean that that's still not sad for her. I feel like we can't just like let that go for that person, that version of you.
It's so tough.
It's horrible.
What is the biggest thing you've learned from losing friends?
I think that sometimes some doors have to close for other ones to open. Like there are 3 women in my bridal party, like 3 of my bridesmaids that I met in grad school. So I was 22 when we met, and we've been friends for 5 years. But like I would never have made those friends if other doors hadn't shut. Like if I didn't have room for them. Do you know what I mean? Like the human brain is only capable of processing so many people. And at the most intimate level, I think it's 15. Like at the closest level, it's 5. But then the next level is 15. Like you can only have 15 of that like close friend range and only 5 best friends, like scientifically, psychologically. So like if you didn't lose people, you wouldn't have been able to welcome other people in. And it's like heartbreaking because you want them all, but it's also just like different seasons.
Yeah, that's so interesting to think about. I never thought about it that way. I'm like, what have I learned? Not to trust people. No, I'm kidding.
No, yeah, like trust nobody. No, just kidding.
It is scary though, like when you are thinking you were so close to someone and then you're not. But
yeah,
also like life is long. People always say life is short. I'm like, life is long. Like
it's kind of long. Like we've been living like, and we're only like what, a third of the way there.
I know, it's so true. How do you find time and space for all your priorities?
Really, I don't. Like it's so bad. I'm working on it. I think like everyone has like a nucleus. Like everyone has like a thing they pull to the center, and for some people it's family, and for some people it's friendship. Right now for me it's work, and I'm really lucky that everyone around me gets that. I was able to be like September and October and like the end of the year, like I'm not gonna be maybe the best friend. Like And that's not to say that I'm not going to be a good friend. I just like don't have time. And I'm going to tell you that now because I want to soak up all these moments that we have, because I don't know how much we're going to see each other, and I'm going to answer every text when I can. But like I have so much going on. I think like you have to be realistic with yourself and with others. And then there are times when like my friends are like my number one thing and I'm like, fuck everything else. Like, let's hang out. I just want to have a play date. And then there are times that my romantic relationship takes, you know, center focus. But I think just being able to like, as you pull whatever's in the center in to the center, it's about like letting the other things know where you're at. Like I love when my friends are like, hey, it's a really hectic, busy season for me right now. Me not answering right away does not mean I don't love you. Like I just love that. And I think the best friends are honestly people who don't really care, who people are like, you're a good girl, I'll be here when you're done. And that's how I feel to my people. Like whenever my people are in a busy season, I'm like cheering you on from the sidelines, liking your Instagram story, sending you a bunch of texts, but don't feel free to ignore me. Like I'm here when you're ready. I think you just have to figure out like how to balance it all. And you can have one thing that you're really focusing on, but you need to let your other things know like it's going to be a second, and you have to make peace with that with yourself.
The grace of knowing that it's going to go back and forth, and it might be friends, it might be work, it might be this, but
it's never going to be one consistent thing. But then you can also have multiple priorities. Like my priorities in life are my job, my friends, my family, and my fiance. Like, and obviously like my health and other things. Those are my priorities. But like at certain times, days of the week even, something's going to be the most important.
I also feel like there are almost like baby priorities. Like there is my working out and my therapy, and those are just always going to be in the mix. They're always going to be sprinkled, whether the nucleus is friends or it's work that month. I'm going to do the
other stuff, and you're still going to see the friends. Like I think that we're saying the same thing, which is like one thing might be the biggest, but the little things are always working around, and you just have to be open with all of that.
What happens when the timeline you made for yourself for your life is not on track? How do you cope with that?
Like the thing is, nothing happens. I was always like, I'm gonna get married when I'm 24, I'm gonna have a kid when I'm 26. Like I'm getting married when I'm gonna be basically 28. I'm gonna be like 20 days away from 28. And then I'm gonna, who knows if I ever want a kid or when I'm gonna have one. But like once I caught up to the timeline, I kind of was just like, oh, this doesn't matter. Life is not a race. You're not competing against anybody. And at the end of it, nobody gives you a plaque. You got married at this day. You got a kid at this time. This is when you got promoted. This was the size of jeans you wore. This is how much you weighed. This is how many Instagram likes you got. Like no one gives a fuck. Like they don't. And so I think I just realized like the point of life is to love and be loved in return. How lucky am I that I get to feel that way in lots of different avenues? And I just need to focus on that. Like, I feel really content and good about this. I don't know why there's a timeline. You're not competing against anyone.
And the validation from everyone else is fleeting. It might make you feel excited for
5 minutes.
Dead ass 5 minutes. Like when you get the comment you want on Instagram or the like number, 5 minutes. The next day, we're back at it. Scores at zero.
Scores at zero again.
And people are always going to be having highs and having lows, and you're going to be experiencing them at different times.
Yes.
But if you get caught up with trying to be on schedule because all your friends are, then you might be miserable at 40 with the choices you felt forced to make at 20.
Exactly. If you have a bunch of friends who are all getting engaged right now and you're single, that could be a signal to you, if you're sad about that you want to find someone and get into a relationship as well. But also, you're allowed to make other friends. And I'm not saying you should ever discard your old friends just because you guys are in different chapters. But you're allowed to find some single friends so that you can relate to them. You're allowed to follow single content creators so that you can watch somebody on a dating journey that might inspire your own. You don't have to just sit with the things that you don't have and feel like you're lesser than for not having them.
I love that. People, why don't they not realize that?
We all don't do it though. We're all like, poo me. I don't have what everyone else has. But it's like, no. There's so many other people that are just like you. You feel so much better when you say, does anyone else feel this way? You really do. You really do.
And you could be comparing yourself to someone who's honestly lying in the video, in the content.
You could be comparing yourself to the most miserable person on earth who's like engaged or like whatever, and you have no idea like what they're actually dealing with.
What do you think about the theory that the longer the caption, the worse the relationship?
I kind of buy it. Like, listen, if social media is really important to you and your man posting you is really important to you, then I think he should post you, right? That's not what I'm saying. But like, my man doesn't post me for my birthday or anything, and like, it doesn't matter. Again, it's not real. I don't want a birthday post. Why? So that other people can see that he loves me? He's on private. He never posts. I don't need a story. announcing your love for me when you tell me that. And I know that. So it makes me feel like, is there another problem in the relationship if you require like a 10-paragraph essay? And again, if you like social media and you want your man to post you, he should. I'm not saying we should let men get away with like not posting women. Like that's not what I'm saying. But it's like, I don't find that I need that because I'm so validated in our real life relationship. I don't need you to be professing your love online.
I've never felt like I've needed to prove to anyone how much Max loves me.
Exactly. And it's like, that's not what I'm saying it is, but on some level it kind of is. Like, what is social media but a performance? It's a performance of everything. And it's like, even when I post about my man, it's like, I am trying to show my relationship. And like, yes, I love him and I share my life, so it's a little different. So I want to share him. But I don't feel the need to make like a 10-paragraph birthday message because I'm in bed next to him telling him my 10-paragraph birthday message. I don't know.
It's a funny like theory people have. And I definitely think that it's come from truth of like, oh my God, they posted this long thing and now they're divorced or now they broke up. It does make me self-conscious on the days where I like am writing like 3-4 sentences to him and I'm like, oh, I shouldn't make it this long. They're gonna think something's wrong.
I always, as a bit, because everything's a bit for me, I'm like incapable of being serious. I made my Valentine's Day caption 1 word.
Love.
Val. With a heart. He made his engagement caption 1 word. Promoted. I came up with that. I thought it was really
hilarious.
Good. Yeah. I try to keep everything nice and short and sweet.
I'm curious how you think about success.
Just having a good day. I try to have a good day every day. Some days aren't good. Like yesterday was good, but like I had some problems in there. Like we had a little paramedics run in, a little panic attack in there. But I just try to have a good day every day. I think like if I define success like that, I'm always succeeding. And then I don't really believe in failure that much because I feel like if I don't get what I want, it's just the universe redirecting me or I'm learning something. And to me, like having learned something is never a failure.
First attempt in learning is something that one of our psychologists at The Hidden Opponent always says is that's what fail is.
I love that.
Isn't that cute?
Yes.
And also, I am a firm believer that the universe will open the door for you when you are the version of yourself who's ready to walk through it.
I 100% agree with you.
I've been starting to get more into that, really believing if it's meant for me, it'll happen.
I'm like woo woo to the moon. Like I literally am like a spiritual girl. Every day I'm like answering Instagram things and I'm like, if you believe and trust the universe, like it will reward you. I have this saying like, if you're a sweetie and a lover, the universe will open up for you in tandem. And that just means like be a good person. Like the universe really does reward good people, attitudes of gratitude. Like manifestation is real. I feel witchy.
I get caught up with because good things don't always happen to good people, which sucks. Really bad things happen to good people.
Yeah.
However, you get something out of everything. And if you don't hope, if you don't have some way to have hope, if you don't, if you believe in God, if you believe in spirit, if you believe in the universe, we just need hope to keep moving forward and to have the possibility to see something positive come.
Yeah. And just too many things happen to me that I'm like, I don't really know if there's coincidences.
I loved the whole lucky girl syndrome, main character theories. Like, why not wake up and tell yourself this is the best day of my life?
Why not? Like, you have nothing to lose from doing that.
I did get in the habit of doing that for a week and then it totally faded. But
5 days.
I had everyone who listens knows that the recent Jeffree Stott episode, he's a cancer fighter. It was incredible. And after his episode, I just kept telling myself, this is the best day ever. Like, because you know how when you wake up for prom or for your wedding or for a birthday,
you're like, this is the best day
you
ever.
literally decide you're excited and you like block out the negativity. If like something bad happens at 9 a.m., like a bird poops on you, you're like, it's okay. Like, I'm just going to wipe it off because this is a great day. Yeah. But on a normal day, you're like, oh, the bird poop
sucks.
You're less like protective of your happiness. Like we're not like happiness warriors. And so I think about that. I'm like, okay, what if today I tell myself this is the best day ever and I fiercely protect my joy about that?
I really like that. Yeah. And
make a video about it.
I will.
And tag me in the caption.
It's not going to work every day, but like most days.
Right. And if you can convince yourself, why not? What if today is the best day ever?
Yeah, why wouldn't you?
All it takes is your belief in it. Lastly, I want to ask you, what is one of the biggest risks you took in your 20s that paid off?
Ooh. That's such a good question. I think just like speaking the things that I wanted out loud. Like whenever I post like, yeah, I'm going to go to the Tonys this year. That is so cringe as the victimless crime vibes because you're running the risk of like not getting invited, which is embarrassing because especially if the video has 100,000 views, you know somebody that could have invited you to the Tonys saw that. But I just like don't really care about that. Like, so what? People saw me trying. That's not so bad. And anything like that. Same with Wicked. Like I was like, I'm going to the Wicked premiere, so like I'll see you guys there. And like I just don't see a problem with like speaking the things you want out loud. If it doesn't happen, okay. Maybe people will be talking about me in their group chat. At least they're talking about me. I've always wanted to be relevant. I really have. And that's like a sign of relevance. So I think just like being so unabashed about the things I want and not being afraid to say them out loud. I really do think you can speak things into existence.
Yeah. And never say no to yourself.
Yes.
I used to do that a lot. Is I'd be like, actually, a perfect example of this is the female media brand Together is amazing, founded by Sue Bird, Alex Morgan, and 2 other professional athletes.
Love.
And I remember the first year I saw them like at the ESPYs doing corporate interviews, and I thought, oh, I would love to do that for them. And then I thought, they wouldn't want me, like, or they would have asked me. And so I didn't pitch myself. And then the next year I was like, you know what? I'm just going to reach out and be like, hey, I'd love to like do corporate interviews for you. This is awesome. Can we hop on a call and hear more? And I'm like, I can't believe that a full year passed that I didn't do this because I told myself no.
Exactly. You told yourself no. And also, like, if you don't say it out loud, no one can ever connect you in the ways that you need to be connected.
And also for the person who's just working a traditional job, right? Your boss is not going to know you have dreams of becoming the next this and that. Hey, can I put some time on your calendar? I'm really loving working here. I one day dream of being in this position. What are the steps you need to see from me to get there? Because
what do I need to do next?
They are literally not thinking about it.
No.
And I do think a lot of people think in their mind that we can read it or people can read it.
Yeah. Or they think I'm not getting something because they don't want to give it to me. It's like they might not know that you want that. They might not know.
And also if they know the way for you to get there, ask them for the map and then put the hard work in.
Hell yeah. That's so good.
This was so fun.
This was so fun. We could talk forever.
I know. Really I love how much you yap. And we both talk really fast. You were talking faster than me.
Can I just say, though, one thing? I love that all your friends are influencers, like, from high school. That was gagging me the other day. I was like, wait a second. Wow, that's really cute.
There's so
I'm
much.
I'm kind of jealous.
Aww.
I'm not going to lie. Like, that's really sweet. In a nice way. I'm jealous in a way of, like, that's really sweet and endearing.
Thank you. Shout out Aubrey and Natalie. Eli, thank you so much.
Thank you for
having me. I hope you have the best wedding.
Oh, my gosh. Thank you.
I hope the book just flies off the freaking shelves.
Thank you. You're such a doll.
Of course.